I don't know if I've like not had enough coffee today or if I've had too much. Does that make sense? Like, have you ever been there in your life? Anywho, without further ado, I'm going to consult the great randomizer to see what segment I do next. And again, Mayhem Files. All right, universe, let's do it. Let's scare the crap out of Minnie. Okay, I've only seen like a few seconds into this, and I want to provide a disclaimer. I scare easily. So I don't even know how well this is going to go for me because I scare easily and I'm literally like home alone right now. so, I'm excited. Let's dig in. Fuck it. Let's do it.
It's late at night when a girl named Pershka records a video in her kitchen. The
Hershka.
purpose of the video is to show an ice machine that she recently purchased, as there's something about it that creeps her out. The ice
Oh.
maker, according to her, makes a very strange noise during the late hours of the night.
Well,
So
it's an
one
ice
night,
maker though,
as the
bro.
ice machine makes its unusual noise, Pershka heads over to the kitchen to record the sound. But as she records this video, something pretty creepy is caught on camera. What was supposed to be a short, random video turned
Oh.
out to be a terrifying clip that Pershka has recently taken down for unknown reasons. She didn't say why she took down the clip, but it seems that the video itself says it all. Have a look.
I just want to say a quick shout out to Bizarre Bub, who is the person who created this video. So I don't take any credit for this. This is off of YouTube. It's just some random paranormal shit that I found. All right, without further ado.
Like a scene out of a horror movie, Pershka walks into the kitchen and captures for just a split second
What the?
the figure of a little girl. Even
Oh
creepier is that
no.
whoever this was just disappears as soon as the lights turn on. It's for this reason
I want to say aliens. All right.
that viewers believe she had taken down the clip, as otherwise it would continue to remind her of this disturbing incident.
Fucking
Whatever was captured has left her
trippy.
extremely
No, I don't
unsettled.
like that. That
Even
gave me
though
the
this video was
goosebumps.
taken a few years
I had the
ago, it
goosebumps
is
down.
still unknown as to whether or not Pershka had
I scare
captured something
easily.
paranormal on camera.
I should not be watching this alone. That gave me the goosebumps. But it is also chilly in here. I
In
have
the
a
early
AC.
2000s, there used to be an abandoned asylum in Massachusetts known as Danvers State Hospital. Before shutting down in 1992, the asylum had an estimate of 3,000 patients, all of whom were
Was it an asylum for souls? Oh.
severely mentally ill and poorly treated. Nurses who used to work here recall seeing horrifying things that continue to haunt them to this day.
Oh.
From patients walking around in their own filth due to a lack of basic hygiene, to
Yummy.
patients receiving forced lobotomies that would often leave them in a much worse state than before.
I should do a show
Employees
dressed
of
like
the Danvers
that.
State Hospital are haunted by these terrible memories. However, aside from the past, the asylum is infamous for being extremely creepy. After shutting down in 1992, teens would come here after hearing rumors that the building was haunted. Although this next
I don't
video
like
wasn't
this.
taken by a trespassing teen, it was taken by a curious security guard back in 2000 whose job was to look after the historic building. But little did he know that he would capture something very strange while exploring the basement of the asylum. Take a look.
Gotta fast forward through all of it. Oh, there was something in the doorway. I don't know if that was somebody else though.
It's a bit hard to see at first, but as the night guard pans the camera to a room inside the basement, a shadowy figure
Oh yeah,
can be
okay.
seen moving
So I did.
slowly
All right.
inside.
That
The
was
guard
what I
didn't
saw
notice the
too.
figure
Like it
until
was.
much later after rewatching the footage. Naturally, he was left shaken up after seeing what appears to be a slender-looking silhouette walking further into the room as if trying to hide from him. Mind you, the basement of this building is completely inaccessible to outsiders, so there's no way that a trespasser could have been inside. It's no wonder that viewers believe
Oh,
something
I don't like it.
supernatural was captured. But of course, the question is
That's just my base.
just what exactly was caught on camera? Whether ghost or not, it remains a mystery as to what was captured. Now the following video was submitted to me by someone who has no idea where the video came from. Its original source is unknown, but despite its mysterious origins, the clip is sufficiently creepy on its own. The video seems to have come from a CCTV camera that was placed in front of a driveway. Everything appears to be normal, until you notice the two strangers that are standing outside the owner's home. They come into view as the owner beams them with the car headlights, presumably as an attempt to scare them off. This, however, doesn't work. They're still there, while eerily standing still. It is at this point, though, where things get really creepy. Watch.
See this shit, Jack? It's my dog. Just look around every once in a while and make sure there's not a ghost behind me. No, don't get that close! That's fucking weird. What? There's nobody there. And I got goosebumps
In utter
again. Great.
disbelief, the property owner sees the two strangers disappear without a trace. Clearly, there had been
Freaked
two
out to be home
individuals
alone
standing
all day.
outside, but somehow
That's
they vanished
weird.
as soon as the
That's
lights were
really
flashed
weird.
again. Now, how exactly this happened is something viewers can't seem to explain, and with little info on this clip, the video becomes even more mysterious. If two strangers were seen on camera, then how is it possible that they suddenly disappeared? In the following video, a man is woken up after hearing strange noises inside his apartment. The man lives alone, so he finds it alarming to hear what sounds like an intruder inside his home. He quickly grabs his phone and begins to record.
Scary.
Strangely, the sound of footsteps can be heard coming from above, as though someone is in the attic. Now, the man in this video is known as Nick Long, and it wasn't until the next morning that he decided to leave from the safety of his room to investigate the attic space. He treads carefully as to avoid any physical confrontations.
Be careful, Nick. Come here.
As
Crazy
Nick
looking
looks
attic.
around and checks every corner, he sees that no one is there. Not even traces of a person, such as footprints, can be found anywhere. This was definitely strange. But Nick doesn't really think much of it, since plenty of other strange things have happened before inside his apartment.
I just want to say, though, all that debris, like on the floor of the attic there, I mean, that could be like a critter, like a mouse or something, like chewing things up. We had mice at my house, and they were the little buggers were like chewing like the wrap around my dishwasher. It's like kind of like I don't want to say it's like fiberglass, but it's almost like kind of like a fabric to like try to um I think to just like shield the noise a little bit maybe. Like I don't know, but like they got up like behind and above my dishwasher and like chewed it up, and like there was like little bits and pieces like that. So that's what I would say with this. Like I think he's got a critter in his attic, and like usually I mean they hear you coming like fucking like a mile away. You know what I mean? They're like, nope. I mean like if you probably went through everything and shuffled stuff around, like probably like a couple mice or like a possum maybe. Like I mean it sounded pretty loud, large. So. I don't know if it was a mouse other than like maybe just, in the spot that it was, just kind of pitter patter and it was like right above his bed or something. That would be my explanation for it. I believe in the paranormal. I'm not quite sure what it is, but just by seeing like the shrapnel of like chewed up stuff in his attic, I would say you probably got some critters, bud.
But Nick doesn't really think much of it, since plenty of other strange
You got critters, Nick.
things have happened before inside his apartment.
Creepy ass stairs,
It
though.
would be
I
a
don't
few
like that.
minutes later when the strangest encounter happens. Nick is once again woken
Oh,
up by
there's
strange
more.
noises from his attic.
Right.
Only this time, he decides to check it out as it happens. Needless to say, what's
Whoa,
captured
Nick,
here
put a
is
shirt
pretty
on.
spooky. Watch.
Guess I've been hearing weird noises and shit. And this door has been like opening and closing. Yo.
Oh, that's the attic too.
The door to the attic somehow opens on its own as soon as Nick approaches it. Feeling spooked, Nick is completely unsettled by this incident. It's now apparent that something strange is going on.
Whoops. I made the screen shade size. I'm going to say, judging by the door handles, the wood on the stairs in the stairway to the attic, the flooring and all of that stuff, it seems like an older house. So if that door actually goes to the attic, I mean, like, it could be a breeze that's just pushing this open. Like, if it were to fly open or slam shut, especially slam shut, that would be very freaky indeed. Very freaky. But, like, I feel like that it's still, so far, it's still explainable in a scientific, environmental sort of way. So that's what I'm sticking with. So I don't know if you have ghosts, Nick, but your house is pretty dang old.
But as if things couldn't get any more creepy, the following night, Nick is recording his dog when he captures this.
What was that? What was that?
I like how it leaned closer. And if that music was playing, for sure. Ooh. Get him! Get him! Get him!
Yo.
Just want to say it again. Could still be critters. Could still be like mice or, like, I don't know where you live, rats, a possum, raccoon. Depends on where he lives, you know. But I mean, I live in New Mexico and we had like mice, and like every once in a while you'd see one skitter across the floor, or it would make noise like inside the wall. And you know, like if I spooked easily, in that respect, you know, like I would probably think that it was like a ghost or something infesting my house as well. It was something infesting my house, but it was mice. So it took 2 months to get rid of them, by the way. So I'm pretty sure Nick has some critters, unless we see something here. So let's watch more. He's a good boy.
Nick's dog immediately goes in high alert. His dog is sensing something that doesn't appear to be there. It's as though he senses something dangerous. With all that's happened before, Nick
Could still also be a critter. My dogs would actually bark when they would see one of the mice run by, or like the little scritchy scratch that they do in the wall.
believes that something isn't right with his apartment. He believes it might be haunted and thinks that the attic might have something to do with this. Whether ghost or not, he's deeply unsettled by these incidents. Despite living
I don't blame him for being like spooked though. You know, I mean, like one, I'm not sure like how long he's like lived there or anything like that and everything, but you know, like living alone and hearing something in the middle of the night is not really exactly the greatest thing to like have to deal with. Like I've I've worried about, even just having mice or bugs or spiders and everything in my house. So like you feel like a sense of protection over your home, and like I totally dig the fact that his dog was having a six, like I feel like that's what my Jack Russell would do. So like I don't even know if you can see him. Can you see him? Jack. Jack. Yeah? You sweet baby? You sweet baby? You protect mama, right? He's all he's all drowsy. Totally woke him up. All right, Nick. see what's going on with your house.
Somewhere else now, he can't seem to forget the strange events that have happened there. So then, just what exactly was going on inside Nick's apartment? Like most videos, this one remains a mystery.
Good boy! Pretty freaky. Oh man, we're at number 4
This
already?
next video was recorded by a security camera inside an apartment complex. Not much is known about this video, except that it came from this residential building where the little girl and her family reside. The video starts off with footage of the young girl playing by a staircase. Below the stairs is what appears to be a small room. The little girl can be seen staring at something inside the room, but nothing noticeable can be seen on footage. Or at least, that's what the child's parents initially thought.
I have anxiety on this one. I don't know why. Like, I have anxiety. Alright. Alright. Gotta prepare. Jack, protect me.
It was only after watching this video multiple times that the parents were left horrified. Something was actually captured inside this room. Take a look.
What in the flying shitballs is what? I can't even tell what the hell that is.
It now becomes clear as to why the little girl seemed hesitant to go inside. A disembodied hand can be seen beckoning to the girl.
Oh,
It
hell
almost
no.
seems to come out of
No.
nowhere before
Mom!
disappearing into thin air. Even the cat who later joins the girl seems unsure about going
No.
inside.
Yeah, the cat's
Whatever
like,
this might
no.
have been was concerning enough to make them reluctant about entering the space.
Got 9 lives, I
This
ain't waste one of
mysterious
them on
footage,
that.
like most videos, has yet to be solved. But until then, you be the judge on what was captured inside this room.
Dude, if that was me, I totally... Even as an adult, man, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like my first instinct would, like, be to punch if something comes at me. But something like that, like, if I would have been, like, what, like 8 years old, I would have yelled out to my mom or dad. You know what I mean? Some adult help me. But when you're an adult, like, what do? Like, you just find someone who's more of an adult than you're an adult? I don't know.
On August 23rd of 2023, George Cruz and his wife had just finished making dinner and were heading towards the living room to eat their meal. The couple sit close to each other while watching their favorite TV program. As minutes pass,
God.
it appears that nothing strange is happening in this footage. But fast forward to just a few more seconds, and something happens that scares the living daylights out of the couple. Prior to this incident, George and his wife had been experiencing strange occurrences inside their house.
Security camera inside.
Before having to document any of these occurrences, they would often wake up in the dead of night and hear faint whispering coming from somewhere inside the house. But creepiest of all is when the couple would see household items move on their own. Over time, the activity has become so intense that the couple has asked for help from those who specialize in the paranormal. It was recommended that they set up cameras around their home to capture evidence of the so-called paranormal activity.
Oh, hence the cameras.
So the
I thought they
couple
were
acted
just,
accordingly. Weirdly
know.
enough, they were also told to get rid of a certain item inside their house. George and his wife own an old rocking chair, and apparently, this chair is the source behind all the activity. So the couple does exactly that by selling it. And surprisingly, a buyer has taken an interest in
Now it's somebody else's problem.
purchasing the chair. The couple holds on to the chair until the buyer comes over to pick it up sometime next
I'd
week.
buy it.
But in the meantime, something very strange is captured on their cameras. No one is home when this is captured.
It's gonna move, isn't it? Oh, yep, it moved. Yep, it's moving. Is there a cat behind it? Oh, get it out of the house! Did that table just move? What? in the hell? I feel like it would get to a point, um, if I was dealing with something like this, that like I would just like yell out and just be like, you know what, ghosts? If you got a problem with me, I'm gonna sell my house to the worst couple I will ever be able to find, and you're gonna have to live with them. You're gonna have to live with them, and if they die there, then they haunt the house as well, and then like you're gonna have to deal with them being ghosts for eternity. So like I would just try to like logic with the ghost. I'd just be like, hey, dude, you want me to move out? Like, at least I have like cool posters and like pictures and stuff, you know? Like maybe that's what the ghost is upset about because like personally I don't think that their house is goth enough in order to handle that chair. It is the most goth rocking chair I've ever seen in my life, and I pretty sure that that's the first time I've ever seen said that like ever in my life. The most goth rocking chair I have seen. Um, it freaks me out, but I still I think it's staged. And like the only reason why like I think it's staged is that like although I believe in the paranormal, I do also understand that people are thirsty for attention and validation, and I think that some people just kind of make stuff up to like get views or to get interviewed or get some type of attention and everything. Um, it kind of highly invalidates paranormal footage that comes out that's actually legitimate. Um, I'm wondering whether or not it is staged because like I kind of feel like ever like right away they figure out that it's the rocking chair with the 666 on it. All right, like I feel like that would be an easy conclusion for most people to draw. Most people would not want to buy a chair like that. And then when I see like the rest of like the house, like very bare walls, they have like a white sofa, a bookshelf with some DVDs on it and everything. It doesn't seem like exactly like they're like a goth couple. And like I know plenty of like goth couples like that. And like if you go to their house looks a lot like how they look. So, wearing black all the time and like deep moody colors and lace and creepy pictures that like look like they're legit pictures until you get up on it and realize that it's like following you and just stuff like that, like creepy lamps, a lot of ravens everywhere, and like so I feel like that's the rocking chair that would be like at Justin and Kim's, like a friend couple of mine, like it would be like if they would effing die to like have a rocking chair like that. So it's like I feel like it's too metal for their house. So like maybe the spirit that's attached is like he was a like a death metal guitarist or some shit, and he's like pissed that like normies like have his like chair or something. He's like, fuck you and your white couch. Fuck you and your picnic table. Like, what's up with the picnic table? How does the camera move too? Like, what kind of fancy ass camera they got? $3,000 camera? Oh, not a fan. Not a fan of the sudden movements of things. Ghost better be careful. That picnic table is going to end up in the other room.
Eerily, the chair begins to rock back and forth before somehow other objects inside the house move on their own. Although terrified
Look
by
at
what
this.
was
Do
captured,
you see their
the
stuff?
couple is glad they had caught
And I'm
this.
not judging or
They can
nothing.
now show this video to those who
I'm not judging or nothing. Like, if you were to see my house right now, it's like an absolute damn mess. Like, I need to clean, and I'm actually gonna do that after my stream. But like, their house is very clean. It just like seems like kind of like hodgepodge together furniture. So like the picnic table, for example, unless they have a kid, maybe. Like I don't get that. Like the picnic table makes sense like if they have a kid though, because like it looks kind of like a small, like not like a full size like dining table. Picnic tables like kind of the smaller one. So I think it's like a kid, but like it just it seems out of place. Like it was like something that they bought like at a garage sale, and then or like from Goodwill or Craigslist or something like that, and we're like, ah ha ha, like let's make stuff move, and things like that. Everything, like all of the things that I see, like I don't see anything that like speaks to me, besides a hoax. And like I am sorry to the lovely couple who filmed this. Maybe they would have something to say, to my opinion.
Doubted their claims. However, this wouldn't be the only footage they'd be showing, because as of recent, more activity has been caught on camera. Not long after this video, the following incident was captured. Take a look.
Ooh, that was all weird.
Now, moments before an object falls down, the camera pans over to the shelf as though sensing movement in that area. What's weird about this, though, is that it sensed it before the DVD case had fallen on its own. Now, one could say that the camera picked up movement from the TV, but if that were so, then the camera would have already moved earlier, given that there were things moving on the screen way before the camera had moved. It seems like this was a random occurrence, unless it was sensing something else. The couple continued to document these strange occurrences
I still think that's a hoax.
in the hopes that someone could explain what's happening. Ultimately, their goal is to stop the activity. But until then, it seems they'll continue to share more footage of this unusual situation.
I don't like that table moving. Nope. Oh my god, number 2. We're almost
In
done
the
here.
following
We're almost
video,
done.
a man is alone at home when he realizes that the lights in his basement won't turn on. Feeling a bit scared, he walks down into the cellar with caution. According to him, it's not the darkness that scares him, but the basement itself. From time to time, noises such as footsteps or the sound of someone walking back and forth can be heard coming from inside. This often happens when no one else is at home. Now, the man had had this experience previously, but it was at his job. He works as a grave digger, and oftentimes, after placing a coffin inside a freshly dug grave, he would feel as though someone else was there with him. Although unable to explain this unusual sensation, it would be the following incident that leaves him extremely baffled. The man checks the basement to see why the lights aren't turning on, but he checks carefully because, as he states, he just heard the sound of footsteps walking about as though someone is down there. Be sure to pay close attention, as what was captured wasn't noticed until looking closely. This is what was caught.
At the moment, in the basement, and I swear I keep hearing someone walk. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's kind of creepy. Laundry room still has power, so that's good. But the rest of the basement's power is completely out, which is very strange.
Ooh.
I'm not sure what that noise was, but I don't know. I'm home alone right now, so we'll see, I guess. Look out back.
There's a ghost out there. I'm gonna shit my
No,
pants.
nothing back there. I don't know. There's been a lot of strange things happening.
Now, it happens real fast, but in case you missed it, if you look closely as the man pans the camera to the bathroom, you can see what appears to be a strange, shadow-like figure standing completely still inside a bathtub. It doesn't appear to be moving at all, as if who, or whatever this was, had been
What's
entirely
up,
still.
bud?
Even creepier is that when the man returns to the bathroom, the figure is no longer there. Given its strange appearance and sudden disappearance, the man thinks that something supernatural was captured. But as always, I'll leave it to you to come up with your own conclusions. Could it be that someone had broken in and quickly hid away from the man? Or might this be something completely different?
I don't like that. I don't like that. But
If
compared
you
to the
caught
original
something creepy on
footage, it
camera,
was
or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out,
the
then be
original
sure to like,
footage was like definitely like a lot more enhanced. like from the first time around. Like I don't know if we can like take a look at that. Let's watch that. Let's watch it again.
There's been a lot of strange things happening.
Now it
It's when
happens
he
real
goes
fast,
into the
but in case
bathroom.
you missed it, if you look closely as the man pans the camera to the bathroom, you can see what appears.
So I can make out the shadow, but that could just be a shadow of him in the bathroom. The only thing I guess like would make me not think that it's a shadow is that I don't see much on the tub, but I do see enough of a shadow on the tub. So maybe, I mean, like it could just be like his shadow, from like light behind him, just like strategically in that spot. But like when you see like the enhanced, I mean, like it tries to like, I can't remember like the term for it, but humanize the shape. But like this is like definitely a lot more indistinct, if you will, on this freeze frame
Strange
versus.
shadow-like figure standing.
Yeah, you see, like, then it, like, all of a sudden adds, like, a beanie and, like, a hoodie and, like, gray pants. It somehow made that out. Um, I think that it might be a shadow, but you never know. I mean, like, this one's probably one of the creepier ones for sure, so. Alright, we got number one. The last one. And I am incompetent.
This next video was taken inside an old restaurant that is
Nope.
currently being renovated.
Already, I'm
The
going to say
person
nope on
recording
this.
doesn't say where exactly this footage was taken, and for good reason. Aside from privacy, this place isn't safe to be in. It's not just the construction that makes it unsafe, but rather something else. For just an idea of why that is, the owners of the restaurant are deeply afraid of the strange things that have happened
It's
here.
11:11.
Now the person recording this is someone who I featured in a previous video. They too have been experiencing strange happenings and believe that it won't stop unless they move out from home. Given their experience with this unusual phenomenon, they were invited to see this restaurant before it's completely demolished. Although expecting to see something unusual, nothing happens. That is, until much later when they head over to the back of the restaurant. What happens then is terrifying to say the least. This is what they caught.
Oh boy. Here we go. Let's...
Oh, it's cold right here. It's the other way.
That's a ghost! Oh, this is...
Hello? I'm not going up there. Definitely not going back there. Oh wow, it is really cold right here. What was that?
What the... No! Nope, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it.
No.
Nope! I'll just head back outside. I'd be like, nope!
I don't think it's happy we're here.
Just gotta jump around. Whew! And now it's gone. Alright. Okay, okay. Okay.
Oh, holy. Dude, there's...
Initially, a strange shadow can be seen peeking from a corner.
I like the noise it makes. Huh, holy. Yeah, I'd be probably shooting bricks.
The man, whose name is Win, doesn't notice it until much later, after feeling a sudden drop in temperature.
No,
The
no,
room
I don't
suddenly
know,
becomes
man.
cold when out of nowhere, the small figure is seen by Win.
Oh.
Upon seeing this, he quickly hides away as if frightened by whatever this was. But as if things couldn't get any creepier,
It's like a
the
grown-ass man.
mysterious
He's like,
shadow
nope.
disappears. Feeling extremely unsettled, Win walks out as fast as possible and ends the video there. If the reason for demolishing the restaurant is to get rid of whatever this was, then maybe it's best to completely relocate from this place. But until further info is given to clarify this incident, it
find a
seems
different
that we won't
restaurant
know for sure as to who or even what was inside this restaurant.
That was intense. So shout out to the Bizarre Bub channel. Give them a like, give them a follow. I'm gonna give them a like. I'm gonna subscribe. Well, that is it. Please give me a follow. If you want to, check out my band, ShyGuy.online, and I think we're pretty good. I like Power Trio. So everybody take care and rock on, guys.